Yo, here we are again. Um, Holy shit, how can I play? Ah, yeah, nice. Uh, it's 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m. Yeah, I fucking listened to, I shit you not, 6 hours of music. A little bit excessive, but hey, that's okay. Before that, I was watching some videos and listening to some other music. um, Seriously, man, this is getting out of hand. A buddy of mine, we had a call like 10 hours ago, and he told me what I did wrong in the vlogs. We got to a very interesting aspect. One of them was he kind of watched one of my vlogs to the fullest, as far as I got it. Fuck, man, I had something bad. I have to gas around a lot, like a lot of farting, drinking water, and listening to music. That was what was happening last couple of hours. Uh, Buddy told me and showed me like angle grinder. Yeah, that's what it's called. And I shouldn't say flex. I should say it like with the English accent. So a flex would be flax. I I suppose. And what else was happening? Uh, he told me like I get in these kind of incel rages. They're really cringe and awkward. And another buddy of mine is going to show me other vlogs of mine, and the casual stuff of me is quite cringy. So when I see these rageaholic incel uh betard outrages, this will be cringe squared. We're reaching cringe levels we're not supposed to hit. This is going to happen. So yeah, uh, I thought those, especially the ones where I'm getting like aggravated, where the lighting is good, these would be the better ones. But the buddy of mine told me these are the worst ones. Very interesting to see. And I told him, like, I don't know what is wrong in my brain, but when I'm running around and holding the camera, doesn't matter which angle or how I'm running around and breathing and whatnot. Like my my general speech, I can't remember certain words. I'm missing wording, sentences, structures, syntaxes, all that important shit, which makes the English language so beautiful and easy and comprehensible. And when I'm running around, going around, like my brain, I don't have an axis like it's like an PCI Express slot. You have your PCI slot, which is quite fast, but this is like not fast enough for my mental data bank, mental data memory, where I have easy and quick access to my dictionary and words and sentences and all that kind of mumbo jumbo stuff. But like right now, I'm laying on the floor in my basic bitch bed, and yeah, here I have access. Even though I'm lacking, I'm kind of getting in the sleep deprivation zone again. By the way, Simian Mobile Disco, first track of the first album, Sleep Deprivation. That shit hits really hard. Just remember that. Like, got a couple of tracks in my mind. This is the problem. Never ever start like listening to music, man. This is like, fuck, man. I listen to so much good and bad music, and then I skipped around. Then I listened to this track. Was it good? Was it bad? I don't know. Should I get this album? Should I get this EP? Should I rip that shit? Yeah. Should I support this artist? Then I don't know. A lot of samples, a lot of awesome Goa trance, mainly a little bit of progressive trance, a little bit of house, electro, very little of breaks, shortly like hardstyle. Like this new type of hardstyle seems to evolve. Like what I like, it's kind of funny. This is also something I just recognized like a couple of hours ago. Just you know, when I listen to hardstyle, it's kind of funny, man. I can listen to industrial noise and freestyle experimental shit, you know? This is like noise without any kind of rhythm. And if you see it somewhat in a certain pattern or structure, like hardstyle or jump style and all these harder genres and hardcore and whatnot, they follow a certain pattern and structure and rhythm, but yet I can't listen to them. They're like very unpleasant to me. They're like very rarely I come across a good track which has a great hook melody. Like what was it? Zany Square or Saw is like and and it has like a TV 303, of course. Like this is stuff you wouldn't expect, and very refreshing, like trance like arpeggios, and it's very short. So this is very interesting. It's short but not too short, and it gives you like this craving. This is the worst kind of feeling, like when you get hooked to a song, and you think like, yeah, that's a great song. Maybe I should listen to it tomorrow again. And then on one day later, on the same day tomorrow, basically, like, how about I listen to it again? Yeah, how about I give it another try? And then you take a look at the clock and like, holy shit, man, I listened to this track for half an hour. How the fuck this did shit? This that did that shit happen? And yeah. So, and when I run around, I have basically no access to these PCI Express lanes to my mental dictionary. This analogy comes from the video call, uh, the basic general voice over IP call I had with a buddy of mine in WhatsApp, and he told me what was wrong and right, and yeah. Uh, I know when I was in my teenage years, I made a very awkward, not cringeworthy, you know. Like today, I was in this Knuddles chat again. Knuddles, sorry, let me pronounce it properly. It is called Knuddles. Yeah, it's a German-based. Yeah, sorry, man. Sorry for shitting you. Uh, yeah, and the word cringy and cringe, this is cringe and that is cringe, get thrown around way too often. And this comes from a person who also abuses the word. You have to use this word sparsely because cringe situations usually happen very sparsely. Yeah, sparsely. And this is what you have to keep in mind, you know. And on another note, like, I suppose I'm gonna spend 100 euro or so for more records. Fuck, man, this is a bad addiction. At least I'm getting something out of it. Kinda hyped for these releases to hear them. Kinda recognize that I have only 3.5 terabytes left from my 8 terabyte hard drive. So I'm downloading a little bit too fast. I'm listening a little bit too fast to all the stuff. I'm expanding my library too fast. Yeah, fast, not too fast. This is also like a little problem of mine. Switching between English and American. Like when I learned English, a lot of American music, American series and films. But here and there, I sprinkled in some English TV, and this shit like influenced me kind of on a bad side note, because I know if I've seen anything or heard anything, like Americans either just can speak like the hometown American accent, whatnot, or sometimes they do a jolly good proper job of, you know, doing this English accent thing, but I kind of switch it on and off, and I can't control it really. It's like another form of sickness, but it's very subtle. So there is that. Yeah. And other than that, suppose I'm gonna check out some memes, and yeah, also kind of interesting to mention is this was yesterday. Yesterday was like the day before yesterday. I went to bed at the proper time, like 10 p.m. or something like that, and I woke up at 5 a.m. Perfect. Seriously, man, I'm shitting you not. Like, I got up, drank something, learned a little bit, brushed my teeth, drove off to buy some groceries, came back. I even had time, like 7 a.m. The stores open, and from 6 a.m. 6:30, I had like half an hour of time to run around, and getting more and more confused about these shitty street constructions, because everything is a cul-de-sac, a dead end. Like, who the fuck construct this shit? If you gave the keys, if you told like a toddler or 7-year-old, uh, hello there, little buddy. How about you construct our streets and we'll use them for the next 100 or 150 years? I will guarantee you they would have done a better job, because this is just so many dead ends and then no straight lines. And also the place I'm moving to, where I'm moving to, Oldmanstone, Altmanstein, and when I talk like that, I have to think about this. What is it? This Acid House song, like what is it like? London, Acid City. Yeah, another song I have to listen to tomorrow. Uh, yeah, and these streets, fuck man. Holy shit. There's this couch, and I'm kind of pressing in the smartphone, but it seems to fall over. The ASMR aspect of this video is not given anymore. It it has been lost twice now. And these streets, like, there are hills, fucking hills, 45-degree angles. I'm not shitting you. If your car doesn't have enough power, like, to pull you and the car itself up, you're screwed. You're rolling backwards, either into the wall or in another dead end, and then you can't come out. Then you're kind of forced to crash, man. And very narrow streets, a lot of big, fat, stony houses. So, the ideal chance to crash your car, like, really fucking hard. And in theory, there are a lot of fieldways, like field highways, and in theory I could like accelerate to 100 kilometers per hour. But seriously, even a lot of people like are really fucking insane and try, when you drive 50 in a 50 zone, like somebody behind you in Germany, this is quite common here and there, honks behind you like, and then he like shows you the middle finger like, yo, what the fuck, why are you driving 50 in the 50 zone? And then he takes like over with 70, 80 kilometers per hour, mm, even though it's fucking illegal. But mm, cops don't come in situations like this. Mm, yo, what the fuck? Uh, and even these fucking insane wacko nut jobs are keeping like the speed the limit, They're not overstepping it. This tells you a lot about these sick architecture road thingies. Like, you have to consider, this is like, these roads have been there for a couple of decades. When you calculate how often a car has to you know uh, step on the brakes, accelerate, step on the brakes, accelerate, left, right, up, down, when you consider how much you fuck up all the cars using this way, you know? I mean, in the end, only the loyal citizen has to pay for his own car, not the government. But it doesn't matter if the government pays or the citizen. A broken car needs to be fixed with new parts. And new parts mean new plastic. And new plastic means new plastic garbage islands. Yeah, and so you have this big issue with ever constant growing uh, car parts that need to be replaced because these roads are shitty, and these roads are shitty because nobody fixes them because it would be too expensive, quote unquote. But if you look, there are like uh, what was it? Yeah, I'll remember it later on. Places where are like street workers. Yeah, like the streets which get ripped open and fixed, which were never ever broken in Germany. Five, six, 7 times. The same road was fine before, so they tear it up again, do everything new, fix it up back again. And they're doing this on a constant with perfectly fine roads. Then you drive over big holes and tears and whatnot and fuck up your car. They never fix it. And all this stuff, all this wasting of resources, and fucking hated to be this fucking Indian guy, this ad with this Indian guy, 1960s ad on the highway, and one tear rolling down his eyes. Fucking beautiful. And I hate to be this fucking guy, but you know, only when uh, the last drop of gas of octane, has been driven away and off, then people think about other solutions when it's a little too late. Because the ironic thing is, in order to get away from these, oil solutions, you need oil. And, you're sitting on a ticking time bomb, constantly accelerating its timer when you need the resource to get away from the resource. Yeah. And I also wanted to say something about the audio engineering aspect, which I could pursue, but the village I'm living in is like 100 or 120 kilometers away from Munich, very small village, and I guess a lot of work can only be done right in front of, this company or firm. If everything would be online and home office, this could be a task that would be manageable. But I suppose, like a lot of German jobs are also as well just here to fill out gaps, like so unemployed people are not unemployed anymore. That's the only reason a lot of jobs exist. Like I'd say 30, 40, 50% of these jobs are just they're stealing our jobs. This is what it is. Uh it is how it is. I got the powers of the milk. Yeah, and what's the, let's say I'd find a beautiful job, in Munich, doing something with media, audio recordings, audio editing, or maybe post production for film, but I always have to drive there. So let's consider, and it's a part-time job. It's not a full-time job. It's not a quarter-time job. Yeah, short-time job, a small job. It's a part-time job. So let's say we're around 900 to 1,000 euros. So I get a constant factor of driving away daily, 20 euro. So let's calculate that shit. That means 20 times 20 equals 400 euros. Only, this is just the gas and what it costs when the the wear down of the car, when you drive or when you use something. The wear down value and the gas. Then what I haven't calculated is like time. Like, it doesn't fucking matter how good your job is. If you work 4 hours and you have to drive 4 hours for your fucking job, it's not fucking worth it, you know? It's just not worth it. And this I could get another job then, like also part-time or small-time or full-time, but there would be, from a taxation level viewpoint, the biggest minus if I would apply this method. I would be better off having a full-time job or two, three, four small-time jobs, as far as I got it from the taxation angle. So there is that, because now this might sound like an excuse, but yeah, that is how it is. Uh, Kinda waiting for the lockdown to go away so I can kind of hope to start my life thing. I'd say this is like a cosmic comedy, like uh, it's a revenge. It feels like all these years I haven't done anything live, and because I haven't done anything live, the live aspect needed to be taken away from me in order to enjoy, to realize this. Time is fucking running out. I'm almost 30, and my ex might go bad. I can't get children, no, just kidding. I don't want any. But yeah, this live performance thing, this is my biggest struggle and issue right now. It doesn't have to be an elaborate classical pieces compilation, multi-instrumentalist thing. Basic noise, drone, ambient shit would be enough for the beginning, and I could evolve from there. Especially just being live underneath between people, in a crowd, to handle this fucking adrenaline and pressure and whatnot. Because at the moment I'm fucking, like, somebody said this in an online lesson. The more you are alone with yourself, the more thoughts you get, and generally you think about a lot of funny shit. When I say funny, I mean depressing shit, and you think like this and that will happen, and it couldn't be further from the truth, because all the shit is all in your fucking head. You're making shit up just because you're alone right now, and the brain tends to be, hey, some alone time. How about I get depressed? You have to be like constantly give yourself some task. You have to be, uh, what is it? Like some bone, like a dog bone, a bone that a dog would eat to chew on. You have to be the, what is it, the dog bone in front of the dog, hanging in front of the nose of the dog. But you also have to be the dog. You have to give yourself tasks and do one small task after another one. Otherwise, you get depressed as fuck, man. I see this so constantly. Like, a lot of people just putting me down by wasting my time, and like, yeah, I don't know. I'll watch TV, man. Like, fuck, how could you live with yourself? Like, this other guy only playing games, working, playing games. This wouldn't be a lifestyle for me. Yeah, I'd say that's everything I wanted to say. See you next time.